Hey there, little friends. Welcome to the ABC adventure. Today, we're going to learn the ABCs together, from A to Z. Are you ready? Let's get started. Here's the first letter of the alphabet. A. A is for alligator. Can you say alligator? Great job. Let's make an alligator sound too. G-R-R-R-R-R-R. Now it's time for B. B is for bear. Look at that big, cuddly bear. Let's all roar like a bear. Roar. Nice job. Next up, C. C is for cat. Look at that fluffy kitty. Can you say cat? Let's pretend to meow like a cat. Meow, meow. Now it's time for D. D is for dog. Look at that happy dog. Can you bark like a dog? Woof, woof. Great job, little pups. Here's E. E is for elephant. Look at that giant elephant. Can you stomp your feet like an elephant? Stomp, stomp. Next, it's F. F is for frog. Look at that little frog hopping. Can you hop like a frog? Boing, boing. Leap like a frog. Now, we have G. G is for giraffe. Look at that tall giraffe with a super long neck. Can you stretch your neck like a giraffe? Stretch high up into the sky. Here comes H. H is for horse. Look at that speedy horse galloping. Can you gallop like a horse? Clip clop, clip clop. Yee-haw. You're a great rider. Next, we have I. I is for iguana. Look at that green iguana. Can you wiggle like an iguana? Wiggle, wiggle. You're so wiggly. It's time for J. J is for jellyfish. Look at that squishy jellyfish floating in the water. Can you float like a jellyfish? Float, float. Here comes K. K is for kangaroo. Look at that bouncy kangaroo. Can you jump like a kangaroo? Boing, boing, boing. You're hopping high. Let's move on to L. L is for lion. Look at that brave lion with its mighty roar. Let's roar like a lion. Roar. You're the king of the jungle. Here comes M. M is for monkey. Look at that silly monkey swinging from the tree. Can you swing your arms like a monkey? Swing, swing. You're a fun monkey. Next is N. N is for narwhal. Look at that magical narwhal with its long tusk. Can you make a wave like the ocean? Whoosh, so cool. Now we have O. O is for octopus. Look at those wiggly tentacles. Can you wiggle your arms like an octopus? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Here's P. P is for penguin. Look at that cute penguin waddling around. Can you waddle like a penguin? Waddle, waddle, waddle. So adorable. Let's learn Q. Q is for quail. Look at that tiny quail. It's so quiet and cute. Can you be quiet like a quail? Esh, you're so peaceful. Next is R. R is for rabbit. Look at that fluffy rabbit hopping around. Can you hop like a rabbit? Hop, hop. You're so fast. Now, it's time for S. S is for snake. Look at that snake slithering along the ground. Can you slither like a snake? S, 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 S. You're moving like a snake. Here comes T. T is for tiger. Look at that fierce tiger jumping around. Can you roar like a tiger? Roar. You're so strong. Next, it's U. U is for umbrella bird. Look at that funny bird with an umbrella-shaped head. Can you open an umbrella? Whoosh, let's stay dry. Let's learn V. V is for vulture. Look at that vulture flying in the sky. Can you flap your wings like a vulture? Flap, flap, flap. You're soaring high. Now it's time for W. W is for whale. Look at that giant whale splashing in the ocean. Can you make a big splash like a whale? Splash. Here's X. X is for xylophone. Look at these colorful xylophone bars. Can you tap them? Ding ding, ding ding. Great music. Next is Y. Y is for yak. Look at that big yak with its fluffy fur. Can you stomp like a yak? Stomp, stomp, stomp. You're strong. And finally, it's Z. Z is for zebra. Look at that zebra with its beautiful stripes. Can you trot like a zebra? Trot, trot. You did it. Wow, you did amazing. You've learned the ABCs from A to Z. Give yourself a big round of applause.